Welcome to Is It Worth My Macros, where we go to frequently visited restaurants and fast food joints to see what's the best bang for your macro budget and what are some poor choices that might just be worth it. Let's go check it out.
Welcome, athletes, to the third episode of Is It Worth My Macros, where we talk about a different restaurant or place and determine whether their food is worth the macros that we're eating it. So today we're doing Kum Go's breakfast. So they have a new, you just saw the montage of their new ordering system and their new breakfast menu. So we have a bunch of different options. We have basically, it seemed like there was 3 different options in like meat. You could get brisket, and there might be another one. I think there were 4, but we got brisket in the burrito. We got the chicken chorizo in the sandwich, and then in the bowl we got the sausage. And so those are 3, I think, of the 4. I think another one is just cheese and eggs. But yeah, so we're gonna go over those, and also a donut for someone that might have a quick grab and go sweet tooth. We're gonna talk about the donut. So those are the 4 different items that we are talking about today at Kum Go. So have you guys had any of the new menu stuff from them?
When did they switch their menu over?
I don't know. It's been a couple months now, I think.
Because now I think like your Hy-Vee.
Shoot, give me the remote quick.
Yeah, I was gonna stop you and say something, but because I think more places, like more fast food quick stop places, are starting to come around to like provide healthier options, which is good because sometimes you just need breakfasts on the go. So
yeah,
but no, I haven't
had any.
I honestly never even really stop at Kum Go to get food, I guess.
Yeah, I can't say that I do either.
But maybe now I will.
But maybe I will if it's as good.
Yeah, and I mean we have, this is right across. So this is on 50th and EP True, right across from the West Des Moines location. So shout out to Ben Van Vark, who got us set up with the food and got us a special treatment on the way during this. It takes, so you order through that kiosk, then for all of this, for 3 different things, the burrito, it took about 10 to 12 minutes. And so I think I saw probably 3 or 4 people, and it's cooked fresh for you.
Nice.
There.
I didn't know that.
So you order, I saw 2 or 3 people that ordered like one thing, came in and left during that time. So I'd say it'd probably take 3 to 4 minutes per item that you get.
Nice.
To get it. So I mean it's quick still. And I think so, like for typical gas station, you have like just grab and go stuff, like donuts they always have. What else do people like eat?
Pizza.
Breakfast pizza. For sure.
Breakfast potatoes.
I mean, just the sandwiches, everything's pretty much out.
And sandwiches.
Yeah. So I like that it's prepared for you, like fresh and not just
customizable.
sitting in a heat lamp, and they're really customizable. So you can go through and you can pick egg or egg white. So we got egg white. You want to look at those and see if they show the different options. So we got egg white, and you can get just regular eggs as well. And then you have the option of cheese, no cheese, and what kind of cheese to get on there. It doesn't show exactly what I picked, but I tried to pick. I got egg white on everything. I got
because egg whites, if you get whites instead of the eggs, you save a ton of fat. So if you get a full egg, the yolk is full of fat. So subbing out egg whites is helpful to keep fat numbers
so
down.
Just to start, let's look at the brisket.
I was gonna say I'm
burrito.
sick of smelling this. And
Yeah,
not
it
eating
smells
it.
so good. So we're gonna dive into
right.
the burrito, which
Can I just say shout out to us
brisket.
for this? Remember our first podcast? It was like kind of a cluster of like.
Oh yeah, now we have it like.
Now
set
we
up.
have
We know what
plates.
we're
We have
doing now.
everything.
Yeah,
Zach's excited, so this looks like it's full of
Those
vegetables.
tomatoes that I see.
So he is
which
super
gross.
excited to eat all those veggies. So this
Yeah,
is a
so-
brisket.
Yeah, I'm doing this for the name of science, though.
Oh, I
so.
love brisket. So good.
Yeah, brisket
Doing
is
this for the name of.
It's good.
I hope you burp those tomatoes and onions up all day.
There's onions too.
No, I don't know if there is or not.
delicious though. The flavor is really good. The brisket's
Yeah, it's
fresh.
good. It's very good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's egg in here, brisket, potatoes, cheese.
And then like a vegetable medley kind of thing. But yeah, this is delicious. So
Yeah.
stats wise, we're looking at 490 calories. So this and it's a decent size burrito. Not like a Pancheros burrito.
Right, but
giant,
it's
a good,
it would fill you up for
breakfast.
breakfast for sure. Yeah.
So 24 grams of fat. So it's a little on the high fat end, but I think that's probably because of the brisket. Any red meat that you get is going to be a little bit higher fat.
And cheese.
And the cheese is on there. Cheese is on all of them though. So
But still,
like
if you could take
comparing
the
them-
cheese off and you wanted,
Right.
like,
If
you
you
had to
wanted
watch
the
your
brisket,
fat
yeah.
and you wanted the brisket, then you can substitute
Yep.
or pick one or the other.
Yep, exactly. And then carbohydrates is 48. So a good amount of carbs, but those carbs are also coming from your potatoes that are in there, the burrito itself. So you can also get a bowl.
The wrap.
So the
Or the
wrap,
wrap.
yeah, the wrap that is the burrito shell. Is that what we call it?
You can call it a tortilla.
Tortilla.
There we go.
Yep.
The tortilla. That's the word I was looking for. I was definitely looking for the tortilla word. So that's why you're looking at about 50 grams of carbs and then 19 grams of protein. So a little low on the grams of protein that as far as what I would like to see in a breakfast. But I think that this would be a perfect meal, like if you did a protein shake with this.
Or add chicken in there. Can you do brisket
I
and
don't
chicken?
think you can double it.
Oh,
I
that
think
would be awesome.
there's set like you either pick the burrito,
Right.
and then you pick what meat that
Okay.
you would want
Well, I mean, you could sub the chicken instead of
Yeah.
brisket too. You know.
in that burrito. Yeah,
Yeah,
To
yeah,
keep
yeah.
it lower
To
fat,
take-
though, but
to
it
take
wouldn't
that
increase
fat,
the
but that
protein,
wouldn't increase
probably.
No, that wouldn't. Oh, yeah, I see what you mean. Yeah,
and if you
I see
take
what
out
mean.
cheese to get lower fat, that's going to
Right.
take away from some protein too. So, so the protein is just a little bit low, but this would be a perfect like meal if you just had that burrito with
A protein shake.
with a protein shake. Now you're maybe just still a tad bit high on fat, but if you adjust the rest of your day, like for me, if you have 3 meals at 25 grams, you're looking at 75 grams. That's pretty much right where you need to be. Then you just have to have low fat options for snacks. But if you had 3 meals, the protein wouldn't be there.
Yeah.
So then you have to have a high protein snack. You have to have that if you were looking to add this to your meal.
Freaking good
490
flavor of brisket for
Great.
a
Oh,
come
yeah,
and
that's
go.
very good,
like
though,
that
yeah.
was
That's really
freaking
good.
good.
That is
really good.
That's like barbecue, like
Yeah, KC
Yeah, that's very
barbecue
good,
right
yeah.
there.
yeah, that's very high level flavor. So yeah, pretty good. Next, we'll jump into the Go Getter sausage queso bowl. So again, we have sausage, we have cheese, we have your egg whites, you have the potato. So it's basically a very similar combination, except now it's in a bowl. So this is the sausage.
And when it comes to brisket, sausage, and bacon, they're all going to be probably very high similarity in fat. Chicken is going to be your best bet for any of these bowls to keep it low fat.
Yep, and we'll go over the sandwich that we
that's
got
good.
was the chicken. So we'll go over that next. But this is the sausage is good. In the name of science, did you eat your? This is a little spicy for me.
No, scrape the tomatoes off.
Oh, you took the tomatoes off. I think there's a one of the you get to pick between a couple sauces too,
I don't get it. Like,
and one of them is jalapeno sauce. So that's a little bit of a kick for me.
is it like a texture thing for
It's
that
all
tomato?
of it. It's just disgusting in general.
Or like, it doesn't even taste. Like, I can't even taste the tomato because
I
the
don't
cheese
either.
is so
I
overpowering.
taste it. It tastes bad. But when I scraped the tomatoes off, that was really good.
Did your parents make you just sit there and eat all your
Yeah.
vegetables so they were gone? That doomed
Yeah.
you for life?
You just went out to the garden and had to like
I ate more
eat a
like
tomato.
yeah.
Did you have to eat a tomato like whole?
like maybe
apple?
eat a whole. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I would like they made me like I ate a lot of like green beans and like corn.
Yeah.
those types
Typical
of
farmer
Those are
stuff.
my. Those are my.
Those are like if I was gonna have a
go-to
vegetable, like I would eat those.
But I love tomatoes too, and everything except for raw tomatoes. I had this argument with our family.
Okay, we're not even gonna bring it up because it's too long.
It was funny, but yeah. Okay, so this one with the bowl, obviously less carbs, 310 calories total in that sausage bowl. So 17 grams of fat. So we do save about 7 grams of fat in the sausage versus that. I would assume that that's probably just brisket versus sausage because the cheese is still in there. Everything else is pretty much the same. Again, we went egg white to save on fat a little bit
and the
too.
tortilla might have a couple grams of fat too.
Tortilla might, yeah. So that would be 7 grams of fat
Shell.
different in the tortilla shell. Yeah.
The burrito.
Let's combine them so we're all right.
The burrito tortilla
The
shell.
burrito.
And then we have 26 grams of carbs. Again, carbs are probably most likely from either the sauce or the sauce. The
Potatoes,
potatoes one, but the
cheese sauce, the queso.
like the queso sauce or because there's jalapeno sauce as well as like queso on there too. So that probably has some of your carbs in it as well. But pretty decent 25 grams, 26 grams of carbohydrates. Little less protein in that one at 13 grams. So you give up about, what were we at on the other one? We were at 19. So you give up about 6 grams of protein too. And that's probably, again, the difference between the sausage and the brisket. So I think, to me, though, brisket, the added fat versus the flavor in what I like, the brisket is my worth it in between these two. Or would you agree?
yeah,
Or do
I'm
you
a sucker for like burritos.
But,
I don't like
okay.
bowls necessarily, so yeah,
But
but I
I'm
like
talking
the flavor.
just the meat.
Oh,
Flavor
flavor
and
of the
the
meat.
meat.
Yeah,
Yeah.
brisket.
Brisket over the sausage. What about you guys?
I like
Oh,
both
yeah.
of them, honestly.
Both of them are
Brisket.
delicious.
Oh, yeah,
both of them are really
good.
good,
I go
If you had
honestly.
to choose one, though, knowing the macros difference, say that they're both a burrito. So they both would have your like 49 grams of carbs. The difference then is that 7 grams of fat. Is that 7 grams of fat worth it for the brisket, or would you prefer the sausage?
I would say for me personally, just because I have more fat to work with probably than the average person, yes. If you're someone, if you're someone who's looking at like trying to eat like 40 grams of fat a day, and that's 20% of your fat in a day, then obviously it might be a bigger thought or a bigger issue.
Definitely.
What would you pick?
Oh, brisket.
Brisket.
Yeah,
Brisket,
100%. Yeah.
I
think brisket, like we don't get it all the time, or we never cook
Yeah.
it. So like when you have it, it's just like
Right.
so
I
good.
can make breakfast sausage.
Yeah, yes,
Like,
right,
I can
right.
do that and make
Yeah.
ground sausage, but
Yeah.
no. Plus, I feel like you have more. The sausage, like the grounds, take up more space, so then you're like filling up with more brisket.
Yep. Yep.
Yeah, so I'm getting more bang for your buck on that.
Yeah.
I agree. So the third one is our chicken chorizo egg white and cheese stacker is what they call it. It's basically a ciabatta bread sandwich with
What
the
is chorizo?
Chorizo is like is it like a Mexican?
It's like a
that's what
Mexican
you said
sausage, yeah.
You had it a lot at, so it's chicken sausage kind
Basically a
of stuff?
chicken sausage, yeah, but it's like there's like spices added to it, I think. Also really good.
Great flavor.
Seriously, all three of these are like better than I expected,
Yeah,
honestly.
for-
Like they're all really
Right.
good.
Yeah.
For gas station food.
Yeah, they're all really good.
Yeah, they kind of hit the nail on the head with the new menu. If they were looking to like add quality.
Yeah. Well, and I think too, like for me always, and I think you had mentioned this one time too, maybe Tyler, like for me, like my breakfast is basically like a protein shake every day. So like I don't usually make breakfast meats and I don't usually do eggs that often. So like just getting it in general, I think is kind of like a treat almost,
treat,
if
yeah.
that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. So this one with the sandwich is pretty close to the bowl actually in overall calories and stuff. So calories is 320. So this one doesn't add. I don't think this one adds the potatoes though. So so starting with like the protein, or sorry, starting with the fat, you have 12 grams of fat. So you're cutting your fat in half with the chicken.
And it would be less if it
chorizo.
wasn't I think that's like chicken sausage, so it's going to be higher
sausage.
naturally.
Right. Yeah.
So,
but I
'cause if
mean,
it was just
compared to
like
brisket,
chicken,
you're
right.
cutting it in half.
But if it was
right?
just chicken breast, it would be even lower than that. But it's
Right.
higher because it's like a chicken
Yeah.
sausage.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
it's a little bit fattier.
But I think that overall though, that chicken sausage that's your lowest fat meat.
right. Plus
out of
with cheese
those
on
three.
it, and it's only 12 grams.
And
so
it's
that's
only
good.
12 grams. So I think you're getting a most bang for your buck, in my opinion, for fat wise. If you're a low fat, would be that meat. Carbs with the sandwich is 34. So very similar carbs to, well, it's right in the middle. So the sandwich is kind of your medium carbs because there's not potatoes on it. They add potatoes to the bowl and the burrito. So the burrito has the most at 50. The bowl had second at 25, and then the sandwich is the second at 35, and then the bowl is the lowest, obviously at 25. But then we have 19 grams of protein, so you still get up to. It's tied with the most protein out of those three. So the chicken sausage has a little bit more protein than you would get with the go-getter sausage or whatever that's called. So similar calories though, only 10 more calories in that sandwich versus the bowl. What would you get? You'd get the sandwich. You said you're a sucker for sandwiches
No, I'd get
versus
no
bowl.
burrito.
No, but say
Oh.
the burrito bowl, because these are the calories are about the same for the bowl and the sandwich. Which one do you pick?
Probably the sandwich.
The sandwich? Mm-hmm. What about you guys?
Bowl for me,
Bowl?
just because I love breakfast potatoes.
Potatoes?
So
And
yeah,
so
just for the potatoes.
That's kind of
yeah.
the substitution
Yeah.
is the potatoes versus
It's basically
what
like
about
potatoes.
you?
Yeah, I
versus
do the
bread,
bowl.
Yeah.
The bowl,
Yeah,
same.
yeah.
I would do the sandwich for sure, and I would do the chicken because now if you get the bowl with the chicken chorizo, now you're dropping that another 5 grams of fat to 12. So that's kind of how the meats and the substitutions and stuff. But the cool thing is you have those options when you go in, and this is printed out. So these stickers are printed out and put on. So you get your food label right there, so you can put in, and track it very easily. So I love that they have these as well, because of the decision on that kiosk, you could fluctuate, 300 or more calories depending on what your choices are. So I think overall the best choice there would be the chicken, as far as like if we want lower calorie, most bang for your buck. Egg white, of course. No cheese would help with fat. You're looking at a bowl or the sandwich, both the same in number of carbs, and then just picking whatever of those two that you would want as far as like the sauce and all that kind of stuff that you put on it. But for 300 calories, I think that those two are awesome. The brisket though at 500 calories is still taste-wise to me is the best of those. And then we're going to, along with that new menu, we're going to jump into the last one is just our glazed donut with sprinkles, because that's probably what is typically the most popular grab and go from like a gas station would be. And so
Because they just put them in the right spot.
they're
You just see
they're just
them.
right when you walk in.
And people don't have willpower to say no to
Right
a
there
donut.
staring at you.
Terrible donut. Donuts are not tasty at all. No, that's delicious. I love donuts. You said you don't like donuts, huh?
They're fine. Like
I don't love them.
I would eat them if someone brought them into the office. I would eat them.
Okay.
I would never go get one though.
So it's just a choice difference for you. Okay. I don't think typically I'm picking a donut ever.
Krispy Kreme.
Krispy Kreme
unless
would go,
unless like Krispy Kreme melts in your mouth, so that's a little different. Or like a special occasion hurts or something like
Right.
that. But yeah, so Amber will read off. Do you have the calories for those? So the crazy thing is,
You don't want to know.
right? The crazy thing is for one donut, and who gets one donut either? You know what I mean?
Right,
Like
yeah.
if I would never go into a donut spot or a gas station, and if I'm getting a donut, I would never get a donut,
Right.
one glazed donut, because for one glazed donut, we're looking
It's this
at
320 calories. So it's the
320
same as like
calories.
one of the bowls or the sandwich.
Definitely.
And this did nothing for me. I would be
Right.
hungry in like
Because probably
2
how
seconds.
much? How much
no.
is it? Is there any protein at all?
5 grams.
Really?
Yep.
I'm
So
surprised
there's
even that, honestly.
me too. 20 grams of fat, 29 grams of carbs, and 5 grams of protein.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
protein is not where you need it to be.
Right.
Carbs are huge and fat's huge for one donut.
Yeah. Well, and yeah, like I mean, I just ate that quarter of a donut in one bite. Like,
Yeah.
I would need
4 bites.
I would need
for
like
me.
3 of those to feel like I even ate anything, and that's 900 calories. Like,
So for me, I would say we've kind of analyzed the 3 main breakfast choices there for their new menu. But comparatively to one donut, the donut is definitely not worth my money.
Right.
No. And who's just picking up a glazed donut? Like
Right.
they have so many different flavors, holiday seasons.
Yeah. Yes.
exactly.
And that's so that's like the base.
That's
Yeah.
like the
Now
bare
you,
bones.
you
Yeah.
add the chocolate to it, the filling into it, and all that kind of
Hazelnut.
stuff.
Oh, the filling.
All
yeah.
of that just
Oh,
now
yeah.
elevates even more calories. So you could probably get close to a 400, 500 calorie
Oh,
diet.
easy.
sure,
with
yeah.
one
And
donut.
we had Daylight Donuts in Columbus, so they had some good like filled Long John donuts that were
Well,
bomb.
I'm sure they're probably very delicious. And those may be worth it.
Those are
that
like
to me-
550 calories.
Yeah, that to me,
Oh, yeah.
not worth
No.
it.
They wouldn't-
No.
I think the other ones, the other recipes, the other entrees for their breakfast, I think definitely worth it. I think the chicken is the best choice if you're going to do it on an everyday type of basis. But if I'm doing it for if I'm picking whatever out of this entire menu for one day, it would be worth it for me to get the brisket, egg white, and then everything else burrito. What about what's your out of all of this? What's the best worth it?
That
if you're
one,
eating
the-
daily, or if you're eating.
Like I
Is
can
there
make
the
my
same?
own, or
Or sorry. So do all of us agree if we're eating this daily, what the choice would be?
The sandwich?
Sandwich
the
or
the chicken,
or
yeah.
chicken bowl.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay,
I would
so
say, yeah, the
those
bowl
two-
or the sandwich would be, yeah. if
Okay,
you're
so we're in
going
agreement
daily.
on that. So
Right.
now, if it's a 1-day treat for you, what's your go-to? What's worth it the best for you as far as out?
I would do
triangle?
the brisket with cheese, no potatoes, burrito.
burrito. Oh, so you're saving some carbs with no. I like it. Okay. Mm-hmm. What about you, Zach?
I think I would still stick with the bowl, honestly, first.
the bowl.
Just
With-
because like the tortilla, and it's like the same with like a Pancheros too. Like the tortilla, well, their tortillas are really good, so I take that back. But like a bowl versus a burrito, not a ton of difference
you,
to
not a
me.
huge difference. And
So
you
like
like
to
the
me, it's
potatoes.
worth it to cut out the extra carbs without the.
And then what meat? If it's a treat for you, which meat are you going with?
If it's a treat, I would say brisket.
Brisket.
If it's just
Worth
the
the high
day to
fat
day,
for
I
one
would say
day.
the
Yeah.
chicken for sure. Yeah.
Dan.
Or same thing. If it's just a 1-day thing, I'm getting the brisket burrito, everything that we just had.
Nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. They were delicious.
All
Great
were
job.
really good. Yeah.
Great job,
Yeah.
Come and Go. Thank you so much, Ben, for hooking this up. And remember, subscribe to our channel so that we can get more of this information out.
And if you guys ever have any questions on these, just comment below.
Yes,
and we'll
leave a comment
reply.
below. We will get to everybody, and we'll have more to come with this. But thanks for joining us. Remember, you're an athlete. Live like it.